So hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Visual Coding. In my last video we learned about the very important function of MySQL, that is round and truncate. So I hope you people are clear with these functions. These are very important functions in terms of exam, and the main part in these functions that you should know the indexing of the digit. So round of the digits. If it is digit 5 or more than 5, then it goes round up, otherwise round down. And in case of truncate, it simply retrieve the digit up to the given places. And then we learn about another function, mathematical function, about mod, which gives you the remainder of two numbers. Now in the continuation of these functions, we have some more functions which require that is known as the aggregate function. Okay, so we are learning there are 2-3 aggregate functions which we have to cover up today's video. So let us start with the function sum. So as sum function name indicate that it will calculate the sum of the number. Okay, so we can write it can or it returns the sum of given values. Okay, sum of given values. So let us see how. So we'll take the example in terms from of the table. So first of all, I'll select my database and I have a table EMPL. So this is the command to open table EMPL. Okay, so now table in front of you. Okay, fine. Now let's see how the sum function get executed in the table. So he may ask you to calculate the sum of salaries. Obviously बात है कि sum जो है numerical values पे apply होगा, तो हमें देखना है कि कैसे table based ये query हमें अक्सर मिलती है. So let us see. So we'll write select, okay, sum, और किसका sum करना है? Salary का sum cell from EMPL. तो देखिए सबकी सैलरी का सम हमारे पास आ गया. अब अगर इसमें कोई कंडीशन लगा देते हैं, so suppose we need to calculate the salary of the manager only, so we'll put the where clause. So we'll write select sum cell from EMPL where. Okay, the rest of the query you know very well how we apply the where clause, where job equals to manager. तो ये हमारे पास मैनेजर्स की सैलरी का टोटल आ गया. तो इट्स सो सिंपल. आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड. सम फंक्शन आपको टोटल कैलकुलेट करके देता है. उसके बाद जो नेक्स्ट है वो है एवीजी, और एवीजी आपको क्या करके देगा? एवरेज. सो इट रिटर्न्स द एवरेज okay average of the given values. अगर सिंपल क्वेरीज में इसमें स्टार्ट करूं कि to calculate the average salary of managers, so in this query you will write select AVG. ठीक है, और एवरेज हमारे पास फंक्शन का नाम है AVG, एवरेज ऑफ सैलरी फ्रॉम EMPL where job equals to manager। ये देखिए, ये आपके पास जो हमारी EMPL टेबल में 4 मैनेजर्स हैं, देखिए वी हैव 4 मैनेजर, महादेवन, मोमिन, बीना एंड दी शिवांश, इन चारों की सैलरी का एवरेज। सो दीज आर नोन एज द एग्रीगेट फंक्शन, क्योंकि ये हम हमारे एग्रीगेट वैल्यूज पे कैलकुलेट होते हैं। उसके बाद वी हैव अनदर फंक्शन, और वो क्या है, हमारे पास है काउंट। ओके, काउंट अनदर वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फंक्शन इन टर्म्स ऑफ एसक्यूएल। तो काउंट फंक्शन आपको क्या करेगा, इट रिटर्न्स द फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ गिवन नंबर ऑफ रोज, आप कह सकते हैं। सो इट काउंट्स, क्या करेगा, द नंबर ऑफ रिकॉर्ड्स, हम कह सकते हैं द नंबर ऑफ रिकॉर्ड। आप क्या काउंट करना चाहते हैं, एज नेम इंडिकेट। चलिए हम फिर से अपनी टेबल EMPL पे आते हैं, और बच्चों मुझे काउंट करना है, सपोज हाउ मेनी सेल्समैन आर देयर इन माय कंपनी। ओके, चलिए बहुत सिंपल वे में क्वेरी करते हैं, हाउ मेनी सेल्समैन आर देयर इन माय कंपनी। सो विल राइट सेलेक्ट, क्या करना है, काउंट करना है हमें, क्या, जॉब। काउंट क्या करना है, जॉब। वी हैव टू काउंट जॉब फ्रॉम EMPL where job equals to सेल्समैन। देखिए कितने सेल्समैन है हमारी कंपनी में, इस टेबल में एक अन्य, सेठ, और उसके बाद कुलदीप। सो वी हैव 3 सेल्समैन, इजीली काउंट फंक्शन ने हमारा काम। And now if it asks, see how many people are there in department number 20 or 30, so how you will run the query, the same thing, the count function has the job to count the number of records। so देखिए इस query को हम कैसे करेंगे, will write select count, we are counting DEPTNO, and from EMPL, and where DEPTNO equals to 30. So this is how we count the department number 30. So see, there are total 5 people in the department number 30. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there are 5. Similarly, not only 20, you can count and verify that 20 also. So we have 3 people in the department number 30, 20, seat 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And so this is how we can use the count function. Next, we have K part, the function max. So as name indicate that max function returns the maximum value from a given column. Okay, na? So we'll write it returns the maximum value from the given column. Okay, जो भी हाईएस्ट वैल्यू होगी। तो चलिए हम देखते हैं इसे टेबल में हाउ टू अप्लाई इट। दिस इज माय टेबल EMPL, और हमें वी हैव टू फाइंड आउट कि कितनी मैक्सिमम सैलरी हम कितना पे कर रहे हैं। व्हाट इज द मैक्सिमम सैलरी फ्रॉम द salary column? So how we apply the query? C, select max. So ये max function, min function, you might have learned in the Microsoft Excel also in the 7-8 class. These are very very common functions. तो हम calculate कर रहे हैं max cell from EMP. ये देखिए, ठीक है. So in the whole table, the 5000 is the maximum value. You may put the condition also. So where अगर हम करते हैं job in लगा रहे हैं तो आप यूज करेंगे bracket and the new line manager. तो देखिए managers में we have 4 manager and this is the highest salary. So this is how the max function work. It calculate the we can say maximum or the largest value out of given. Then moving to be L. Okay, I after I it should be the J and then now it should be K. Okay, so we have a function min. Correct? Let us see min. As name indicates same. It returns the lowest. हम lowest भी कह सकते हैं और minimum value from the given column. Right, children? So let us apply the query. फिर से हम table open कर लेते हैं and see the query. We'll write select min. Okay, min salary from EMP. So देखिए at the top, this 800 is the lowest salary given in the table. Not only this salary, even any numeric value, you can calculate the lowest commission also. Select min and com from EMPL. तो देखिए मिनिमम 0 है. नल को मिनिमम नहीं कहेंगे. नल मीन्स there is nothing. So what is minimum? There is 0. 0 is the minimum. So this is how we use the minimum and maximum function. These are the aggregate function which we are learning. We have learned sum, average, count, max and min. Now there is very important function which also asked in the exam and that is distinct. इसको ध्यान से समझना है. L. Distinct. Okay. Now what the distinct function gives? Distinct function का काम है, it's a group function, okay, and it avoid the repeated value. So the very first, it's a group function. Aggregate है, obvious सी बात है. It's a group function or aggregate function and avoid repetition. Sorry, it's a repetition of values from the given column. I hope it will be easy to understand for you. किसी भी कॉलम में आपकी वैल्यू के रिपीटेशन को अवॉइड करता है. तो लेट अस सी द टेबल. सी हाउ मेनी जॉब्स आर देयर. अगर हमसे पूछा जाए कि हाउ मेनी टाइप्स ऑफ जॉब आर देयर इन योर table, so we have clerk, salesman, manager, president and analyst. So when I write select distinct job, ठीक है, distinct job, it's a DISTINCT job from EMP. देखिए आउटपुट में इसने क्या किया, हर एक वैल्यू को एक बार प्रिंट कर. तो कॉलम में से डुप्लीकेट वैल्यू को हटा के हर एक वैल्यू एक बार प्रिंट कर। सो दैट्स हाउ इट वर्क, दैट इट अवॉइड द रिपीटिशन ऑफ द वैल्यू। तो क्वेश्चन देखिए क्या कहता है, अगर आपसे पूछिए कि देयर आर हाउ मेनी टाइप्स ऑफ जॉब इन योर कंपनी, हाउ मेनी types of jobs are there in your company? So what you will say, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And sometimes see the nested functions are given. अगर यही क्वेश्चन आ जाए कि count how many types of job are there, then how you will use these functions? Select, you can put it count, then distinct, and then job. Where from EM, ये देखिए there are total. So ऐसे क्वेश्चन भी एग्जाम में आ जाते हैं where the nested function are used. So first of all जो अंदर है distinct पहले एग्जीक्यूट होगा और फिर जो भी distinct की वैल्यू है उसे वो काउंट करके देगा. So this is how the query run, and you can give a temporary column name also, suppose as job type, या हम तो जॉब काउंट कर रहे हैं तो देखिए अब कॉलम का नाम टेम्परेरीली काउंट डिस्टिंक्ट जॉब नहीं आएगा बल्कि क्या आ गया, जॉब काउंट. सो दिस इज नोन एज टेबल कॉलम एलियास. कॉलम एलियास मैं लिख देता हूं यहाँ पे, दीज आर कॉलम एलियास. व्हाट इज इट? इट्स a temporary name given to the column. एक टेम्परेरी नेम जो केवल उसी क्वेरी तक वैलिड रहता है. दिस इज कॉल्ड द column alias, right? So these are the aggregate function जो आज हमने पढ़े हैं बच्चों. That's the sum हमने किया, average किया, count किया, then we did the max, then we did min, and then the last we did the distinct. One very important function now I'm going to teach you, that's called the group by function. Group by, sorry, clause. OUP, group by clause. And I'll highlight it. There is a new term. It's a clause. It's not function. It's a clause. तो ये क्या करता है देखिए. Group by clause combines the similar record together. Okay. It combine. It is a clause. First of all, it is a clause. Clause means condition, which combines the similar records together, and then perform some operation, whatever it is. So you can just understand the example how the similar record it work with the similar record. Say I have this table. Now if I ask you to count how many people are there in department number 10, 20, 30 separately. So where clause cannot do this, because where clause at a time एक ही चीज count कर सकता है. You got my point? Where clause can count either 20 only, 30 only, 10 only. But if I want to count all three in one go, then how do we do? So in this case, we apply the group by clause. I'll give you a simple example. Suppose somebody, a teacher suddenly come to your class and ask you, quickly count the number of boys and girls in your class. So what you will do? you will separate the boys in one row and girls in one row, and you will immediately count. I think this is the shortcut way. So what you have done, you have created a boys separate group, girls separate group, and then you count it. That's the quickest method. So same the group by clause do. It combine the similar records together and count. So how to combine this, how to write this query? Select count deptno from EMPL group by dept. Oh, there is some, sorry, this count has spelling error. Yeah. Okay, children, you can see the output here, and even if you want, you can take deptno also here. Now it's better. So in department number 10, there are two people, 1 and 2. In department number 20, there are 3 people, and department number 30, there are 5 people. Okay, so how, I hope the term is little clear with you. And one another thing with group by, that if there is a condition with group by, अभी तो इसने क्या किया, सभी को दिखा दिया 10, 20, 30, but I don't want, I want 20 and 30 only. I want 20 and 30 only. So what you will do? You will apply group by, and with the condition in group by, you will go use having clause. Having deptno equals to 20, या in लगा दीजिए, in 20, ये देखिए. So you remember, children, when you have to apply the condition with group by clause, you will use having. For condition, having is used. Okay. And in the same query, even you can use not in also. So we can write not in. So rather than 20 and 30, if you write not in 10, then also it has the same meaning. Okay. So what the group by has done, group by has combined the similar records together and then perform the required operation. So in one query, if I ask how many people in salesman, how many are manager, in one query, so how it do? It do with the group by, say select, will write job, comma, you need to count job from EMPL group by job. ठीक है, तो ग्रुप बाय जॉब क्या करेगा, हर एक टाइप की जॉब को एक साथ ग्रुप कर देगा और फिर काउंट करेगा. ये देखिए, you have one analyst, you have one clerk, you have 4 manager, you have 1 president and 3 salesmen. So this is how the group by clause works. So that's all for this video. I don't want to make so longer video. So let us see, children, quickly sum, count, max, min, distinct. These aggregate functions we did, and at the end we learn about the group by clause. So keep on practicing these queries based on this EMPL table, and if you have any query, you can send me your query in the comment box. So till then, thank you. Keep learning, keep growing.